Magic and Mystery in Tibet by Alexandra David-Neel. One finds in the Tibetan mystic literature more or less exhaustive descriptions of a few practices, but as a rule, they are reticent on the points which interest us most, that is to say, the purpose of the practices. Reliable information can only be obtained from those who are acquainted with traditional oral teaching for each particular exercise. One must especially beware of remaining satisfied with interpretations obtained of only one initiate, for they vary not only among different sects, but also among individual teachers. It would be a mistake to fancy that all Tibetans who live in seclusion in a Tsam's Kang or betake themselves to solitude are endowed with uncommon intelligence and ponder over transcendental problems. I have already spoken of the Sham Gomchems, who have taken to religious life as to a profession. There also exists a very large number of well-meaning simpletons and men of average mental power who bring the superstitions of popular Lamaism to their retreat. Amongst those, many devote the time of their seclusion repeating thousands and even millions of times one single formula, generally a Sanskrit mantra, which is unintelligible to them. Others recite a Tibetan text, but often they understand no more of its meaning than if they were uttering words in a foreign language. The most ordinary formula is the well-known Om Padme Hum. I say well-known as far as the words are concerned because foreigners have read it in many books. It does not follow that its meaning has been made clear to them. Lay travelers and even Orientalists are sometimes a little too quick to declare that meaningless which they do not at once understand. Erudite authors, even today, translate the first word of the formula Om by our commonplace exclamation Ah, and Hum, the last word, by Amen. There exists an immense literature in India devoted to the explanation of the mystic word Om. The latter has esoteric, exoteric, and mystic meanings. It may signify the three persons of the Hindu Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. It may signify the Brahman, the one without a second, of the Advaita, Adwaita, A-D-W-A-I-T-A philosophy. It stands as a symbol of the inexpressible absolute, the last word to be uttered in mysticism, after which there follows only silence. It is, according to Sri Shankaracharya, that's it, the support of the meditation, or as declared in the Mundakopanishad's text itself, it is the bow by the means of which the individual self attains the universal self. Again, Om is the creative sound whose vibrations build the worlds. When the mystic is capable of hearing all in one, the countless voices, cries, songs, and noises of all beings and things that exist and move, it is the unique sound Om which reaches him. The same the same Om vibrates also in the utmost depth of his inner self. He who can pronounce it with the right tone is able to work wonders, and he who knows how to utter it silently attains supreme emancipation. Tibetans who have received the word from India, altogether with the mantras with which it is associated, do not appear to have been acquainted with its many meanings among their southern neighbors, nor do they know the very prominent place it occupies in their religions and philosophies. Is repeated by lamas along with other Sanskrit formulas without having a special importance by itself, while other mystic symbols as hum and especially phat, Phat, are supposed to possess great power and are much used in magic and mystic rites. So much for the first word of the formula. Mani, padme are Sanskrit terms which mean jewel in the lotus. Here we come. It seems to an immediately intelligible meaning, yet, let me start the sentence again. Okay, here we come, it seems, to an immediately intelligible meaning, yet the current interpretation does not take into account of that plain meaning. Common folk believe that the recitation of Mani Padma Hum will assure them a happy rebirth in Nub Dua Chen, Nubdewacchen, the Western paradise of the great bliss. The more learned have been told that the 6 syllables of the formula are connected with the 6 classes of sentient beings and are related to one of the mystic colors as follows. Aum, A-U-M, is white and connected with the gods. This is in brackets. It's not Iha. It looks like it's L-H-A. But it's a small L, I think. I don't actually know if it's an I or an L. Ma, M-A, is blue and connected with non-gods. And in brackets it says Ahamayan or Lamayan. And again, I can't tell if it starts with the letter capital I or a small L. And then after that, there's an H-A-M-A-Y-I-N. Ni, N-I, is yellow, and it's connected with men, in brackets, me, M-I. Pod is green and is connected with animals, in brackets, tudo, T-U-D-O. M is red and it's connected with non-men, in brackets, Yidag or other Mimayan. Y-I-D-A-G. And then there's a footnote here that says, the bodies of Yidags are as big as a hill. Their necks are as thin as a thread. These miserable beings are perpetually tortured by hunger and thirst. When they approach water to drink it, it transforms itself into flame. Every morning the lamas offer consecrated water to the Yidags to relieve their suffering. This consecrated water does not turn into flame at their approach. Hum is black and it's connected with dwellers in purgatories. There are several opinions regarding the effect of the recitation of these 6 symbols. Popular tradition declares that those who frequently repeat the formula will be reborn in the Western paradise of great bliss. Others, who deem themselves more enlightened, declare that the recitation of Mani Padme Hum may liberate from rebirth in any of the 6 realms. And I'm going to pause here And I must apologize if I'm mispronouncing some of these words. I think the phrase is, or the mantra is, Om Mani Padme Hum. But if you think it should be pronounced in a different way, leave me a note and I'll take it to account. Okay, till soon.